Immanuel Quickley. You guys know I've always loved Immanuel Quickley. Said that he would be good because him and I are both from Baltimore County. Well, this is from Baltimore Homicide Hat. But let me put it on, like and subscribe. He actually went to school 15 minutes away from me, from my hometown. I'm from like Phoenix, Jacksonville, Maryland, where they filmed a Pink Flamingo, a John Waters movie. But either way, hit that like subscribe button. We're on the way to 10,000, almost there. And the thing is with Immanuel Quickley, I've always thought he was good. I got to see him play. He went to a private school 15 minutes away that, played a bunch of my friends in private. My parents, being foreign as hell, sent me. There's no public education spot, but like I went to public school in an area where like it's weird. It's weird. If anyone's from Baltimore County, it's like weird how public and private schools work there. But he went to John Carroll, so I got to see him because it's literally like 15, 20 minutes away from my house. The school played a bunch of my friends who went to private school. And I've always loved Immanuel Quickley, but he's on the trade block allegedly. Their teams are calling about Immanuel Quickley. And it's interesting to see this because several teams are calling about a potential Quickley trade, according to Sportsnet New York and Begley. And it's logic to assume that the Knicks would be hesitant to move Quickley, a strong combo guard drafted by the club in 2020. But teams look at Knicks roster and see a surplus of young players and potential rotational players. There aren't enough minutes for everyone. So some teams feel that the Knicks will consider trading off at least one player from this roster as the deadline approaches. So if you guys are a Immanuel Quickley fan, where would you think he would go? And I just wanted to get more minutes because as we continue this, I really do want to push the narrative that people don't realize Immanuel Quickley. First off, how many of you guys have been following? This guy can do a little bit of everything. He's more of a combo guard, an undersized combo guard, and he's a guy that I know his 3-point shot isn't falling, and he's never shot 40% above the field. He's been like at 39 and a half. Some people might think he's like inefficient. I personally think he's a fantastic guy who's gotten better and better every year. And even this year in his limited minutes, like people remember his rookie year, he played like 20 minutes a night, was averaging 11.5 points. And he can be a secondary facilitator for a team if they have like a starting point guard. And he's a plus defender on the season right now. And that's the thing with Immanuel Quickley is he's always been, at least a league average defender. And for me, I think that's something that I think is his defense is underrated. Okay. For me, when you look at Immanuel Quickley, he's a guy that I think his growth has been limited by Tom Thibodeau. And the crazy part is yes, I know his true shooting, kind of has gone down every year, and his PER has too, but it's goes with his minutes because he played more minutes last year than his rookie season, but he's still a guy who is a positive in the win share. He wins you games. For me, I think with our man, Immanuel Quickley, he needs to just continue attacking the rim. Because if you look at it, when he shoots with, less than 3 feet from the basket, last year was a 63% shooter right there. And this year is a 70% shooter from that area of the field. Okay. So attacking the rim is something he's really good at, and he needs to continue to do. And he's always been good at it. And I just think maybe going to a new team would be the right move for him. And the Knicks are getting calls for him. They aren't looking to move him, but I know he's off to a slow start, but he's extension eligible this coming offseason, and rivals think they're going to move at least one guy. And that's where I want to hear from you guys. If you're fans of Immanuel Quickley, would you trade him? What would you do and why? I think it's definitely an interesting setup with how everything's going, but I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm just being stupid about this, or maybe I'm just not processing it correctly, but I think it's in his best interest to get somewhere where people want him and to use him, and a team I would love to see. Portland would be cool to see him in, but San Antonio would be even better. I think San Antonio would be so cool. And I don't know, it's just you see this and you wonder, I do find it fascinating how it's all played out. But off the top of my head, there's only a handful of clubs that I would love to see in Minnesota too and get rid of Russell. But I mean, we can be dreamers. But I know I'm spoiling myself. I'm spoiling myself with the thought of maybe we could get rid of him. That man. D'Angelo Russell. But also bring back Derrick Rose to Minnesota. Hey, you looked good in those Minnesota uniforms. Let's be honest. You're lying if you don't think that. But my other thought is if you guys are fans of the Knicks, what's your price for him? Okay. I know, like, it's not going to be cheap, so that's where I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What would you guys charge for Immanuel Quickley? Goodbye.